Hey there, YouTube. I'm going through some stuff on my journey after completing Mohs surgery. Had Mohs surgery done on my lip at Duke Healthcare. Um, Basically, I'm on day number 3, so in my recovery process. Still look like a monster, kind of, but it's getting a little better. I had to go through this process of dabbing my lip with Vaseline and spraying it with hydrogen peroxide. So I got some stitches down below here, and then I got, this was all wide open. When they got done with me, this part of my lip was completely opened up. It's like, I saw it, and then I was like, I don't want to look at it. Told the doc, I'm like, I don't want to look at it, dude. And the process is kind of like process of Mohs surgery for skin cancer is pretty straightforward, really. I mean, anybody with a little common sense can understand the concept behind it. Basically, you just open up where the skin cancer is, and you just got to dig it out, really. I mean, and it takes a few different passes. So they numb you up. They cut out a big portion of it, and then they take it to the microscope and keep going until they find no more cancer cells. So sometimes that seed or the root is really down deep in there, so they really gotta keep going. Mine took 2 passes, so I had to go through 2 separate times to get it all the way out. And each pass they go through where they cut and stuff takes, probably half hour. But recovery is kind of slow go. It's not like you just wake up the next day and you're like, oh, let me get a cup of coffee, I'm good to go. It's more like, oh wow, I look like a freaking monster. And you can't really eat anything because you're all messed up. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just documenting this for anybody who lives outside and is in the sun a lot. This is kind of what can happen because I spend a lot of time in the sun. I love the sun. I love being outside, but the sun rays can really mess you up. So this is what happens when you get older. If you spend a lot of time in the sun when you're a kid. I spent a lot of time out surfing when I was younger, in my 20s and into my 30s. And then working out as an electrician in the sun in my 30s, 40s. So now in my 60s, I'm paying the price. But this down here, they cut this out so they could pull the lip up and then push the lip together because it was just one big open sore right here. So what they do is they cut it out, and you're left with a big hole, and they cut down here so they could pull this skin up, and then they kind of tie the lip back together this way. And then the lip kind of works itself out, just by rest and recovery. Eventually the lip will do what it does on its own. You don't really have to manually try to do anything to fix it. Just do some aftercare like this to minimize your the scarring, which will definitely have a scar, but I have scars on my face everywhere. I don't really care. I've got surfing scars, not bar fights, but I had a glass thrown at me in my cheek once in my 20s. So, yeah. All things you got to pay for in the end, and these are starting to come up. All my deeds of the past are coming to collect the bill, I guess. Well, thankfully, I'm still here. I'm just documenting this for myself mostly, and maybe for anybody else who has to go through this Mohs surgery. But what I'm doing now is I'm just using a little bit of Vaseline, freaking jelly, KY, whatever. Kind of lubricate it up. I don't go out now. I'm not going anywhere. And I got some of this hydrogen peroxide I spray on this bad boy. Put this hydrogen peroxide, dab that stuff on there. Kind of roll it around. I got like, total I have about 30 stitches in here, about 10 across on the bottom, about 20 going up from the scar here goes up, and then I have probably 10 on the inside of my lip, so not a quick recovery, and it's the pain level. Pain level right now is sort of minimal because I took some ibuprofen. But after about 4 hours, that pain starts to kick in. And you're like, whoa, this is not fun. So with a cancer recovery from that Mohs surgery, you probably want to take the Motrin or ibuprofen or acetaminophen or whatever the hell they call that stuff. I take that about every 4 hours just to minimize any kind of pain, you know, because the pain is what gets you the most. It's just excruciating pain. Like you would freaking pay $1 million to not feel that pain. So I wouldn't suggest doing any hardcore drugs or anything. 'Cause I don't do drugs. Kind of got over that in the 80s. But just definitely you want to keep these things lubricated up with Vaseline, some kind of petroleum jelly. I wouldn't recommend lotion. Probably want to just use like this stuff here. You don't really have to worry about like trapping an infection in because the cancer is the infection. So once they cut out the cancer, you're cancer free. So you don't have to worry about it being like, you know, you want to minimize the chance of an infection just from having an open sore. But like if you're outside, I'm very fortunate where right now I don't have to be outside. I mean, I'm indoors. I'm inside in my own house, so I don't have to like be sitting out there on the sidewalk or something with an open sore. But and I have the access to stuff that I can freaking help heal, you know. But the sun, really not your friend. Not like they would say it is. Go to this vacation place. You're going to love it. It's going to be beautiful. It's freaking sunny beaches. Freaking girls in bikinis and all this. Bunch of bullshit. Reality is the sun damage is real. And I grew up in the 70s. So back in the 70s, we'd use that zinc oxide, put that zinc oxide on our face, and go surf. But yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be all right, but obviously they didn't know something. But other than that, I mean, that's the basic process of getting this lip cancer healed up after surgery. Prognosis, as far as squamous cell, I had a squamous cell carcinoma, so pretty common, really. I mean, those and basal cell, they're not really uncommon. I mean, they're uncommon, but if you're going to get lip cancer, it's a common one to get, if that makes sense. Prognosis is good for it. You don't want to be going outside, standing out in the sun, staring at the sun all day. Putting yourself out there. Better off just staying indoors like a hermit and letting your body just heal it up on its own, because very much you could really do. Just stitches, you get stitches in here. Some of the stitches are like cat gut, means they're going to just dissolve. Probably half the stitches are I'm going to go have them taken out on Friday. But that's about it. That is that's the Mohs surgery after lip cancer. Still alive and still at home. As far as eating goes, best way to eat with this is soft food. Corn, cream corn. Remember all that good stuff Mom used to make you eat? Cream corn. I don't know. But no heavy food, so that sucks. Alright, this is documentation of my journey with the lip cancer, which I'm trying to recover from right now. Very humbling experience. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do get lip cancer, Mohs surgery is probably the best thing to do. Thanks for watching.